Alright, look at the Chad jawline on this motherfucker.
I don't know if that's a Chad jawline. That looks like that one chick from all those memes who has like a butt face. You know what I'm talking about? She's got like really bright, vibrant pink hair, a child, and a big butt on her face. Mm-hmm. Yeah. God of War.
The original.
The OG God of War too. I'm very excited to be playing this game.
Easy.
I thought that said Satan.
I've never actually gone through this one.
Yes, you have never experienced God of War. I have. I like this game, but it is dated in a lot of ways. It's also ahead of its time in more ways than it's dated. So this game is definitely a classic. And I want to do the whole series if we can.
Yeah.
Just because I think God of War is really cool, and Kratos got a really bad rep for a very, very long time.
Until the new God of War.
Up until the new God of War. Like, a lot of people were like, oh, God of War's finally freaking mature. It's like, no, God of War's always had a pretty good story.
He's just an asshole.
It's really interesting. Even that is really interesting because there's like, how many games are there? There's like 9 games in this series.
We're only playing the main 3.
Why?
Maybe.
We'll see. There's a banger of a moment in Chains of Olympus that I really want you to experience.
Okay.
So,
I've always liked mythology, so I eat this shit up. I remember borrowing the 3rd one.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And then getting really fucking pissed at Hermes.
Mm-hmm. Which is decently late into the game.
Yeah.
I think about halfway through.
Yeah, so I gave up after that. But I loved watching you play the new one, so I'm really excited to see where he started.
I hate Greek mythology.
You think it's overdone?
It's very much oversaturated, and I'm sick of hearing the names, and this game is to blame. However, I like this game.
There's also Percy Jackson and...
you know.
Gods of Olympus have abandoned me.
Where are the subtitles?
There are no subtitles.
Fuck this. So I know...
Oh, hold on.
Now there is no hope.
And Kratos cast himself from the highest mountain in all of Greece. After 10 years of suffering, 10 years of endless nightmares, it would finally come to an end. Death would be his escape from madness.
And that's where the meme comes from.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was.
Kratos had once been a champion of the gods.
I was gonna say his toenails look healthier than mine right now.
You ripped them off.
They hurt.
Oh, here's a really neat detail. So you saw Kratos' blades, right?
Yeah.
They change as you upgrade them.
Like they get more gold and stuff, or?
No, they get more like evil, like flaming.
So total spoilers. He pulls these out of his basement in the new game, right? I mean, not the new game.
No.
What does he pull out of the?
For one, why would you spoil it if that was the case? 2. No? Where the hell did you get that from?
I don't remember. So this is a beat 'em up.
This is, yeah, people used to call this a Devil May Cry clone, and it's very much inspired by Devil May Cry, but there's a game that I wanted to play, depending on how you feel about God of War and how far we get into it. If we end up finishing it, I really hope we do, but, you know, we tend to just kind of lose interest or get distracted or just, like, have to pay bills and then don't come back to things. I hope this isn't one of those because I freaking... I very much like this game, very, very, very much.
This is the kind of game that I always liked playing, so I think it's silly that I never got my hands on it, like, back in the day. Mm-hmm. But then again, my mom probably would have been like, it's silent!
Oh no, this would have been way too much for even you back then. Because, like, I remember you were like, when we met, it was a different time, we were teenagers, but you also really liked to try to sell the idea that you were hashtag not like other girls. The sign of another girl. But...
the whole subset of girl.
Oh god, there's this shit. You have to mash to open things, just because it's, like, visceral or whatever, I don't freaking know.
The combat part, like this part, I don't think it would have bothered me, because I played Mortal Kombat Armageddon story mode, and I really like that.
Oh, this is way more brutal combat-wise.
I know that like, later it gets like fucked up.
Oh no, it starts that way. I just didn't grab anybody.
Oh.
Yeah, Kratos is brutal.
Okay. I'm trying to sell my 10-year-old self as tougher than I was.
No. Here's the thing about that I want to mention after I finish that first point. But like,
Whoa.
what I was on. Oh, this freaking fight sucks. Okay, so you're supposed to be able to use the right stick to dodge, and you want to use that against bigger enemies. But for whatever reason, right stick refuses to freaking be what's the word I'm looking for? Attuned, cast. What's the word I'm looking for? Set, like the controls.
Oh, configured.
It refused to be configured, so I can only dodge down and to the left. So
It's gonna be fun.
I've been playing this game on easy just because I wanted to experience it proper, but yeah, this is gonna suck a little bit in some parts because this game does get incredibly freaking difficult.
Look at his face.
Oh god. Cover my ass while I do this QTE.
Okay. I remember like immediately playing 3, getting tired of this kind of boss fight. And while they still kind of do the same shit like later, it's still good. I still like it. I just don't like doing it.
Which is why I'm happy to be
Play
here.
for me.
To be your gun, as it were.
Yeah.
As with the funky this looked fantastic back in the day.
Still twitching.
Just like it with New Vegas, where you get to experience the story and the world, but I'll be at the helm of the controls.
I've watched by proxy many a lore video on these games and on Kratos'
Really?
journey.
I actually didn't know that.
You watch a lot of shit, so I just kind of overheard a lot.
Ah. And then there was I had to give a whole lore breakdown to our teacher that one time.
I don't remember that.
It was one of my assignments.
Oh yes, now I remember. Yeah.
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 And that was the. It really it made me feel so anxious because everybody was like, "Oh my god, that was amazing!" when I did it, because they did Kratos' monologue from that game. We're gonna call it Dad of Boy. But I did his monologue from Dad of Boy, and I did it because I thought it had really good dramatic, like dialogue, and
It does.
just I don't remember that dude's name, but he's a freaking king. That guy's amazing.
Yeah.
You know who plays
he's
Kratos?
incredible. Yeah.
So oops, I killed those guys.
It was a good challenge.
Yeah, I thought it would be a good challenge because I don't think I'm very good at drama. Vocally.
Not exactly expressive.
No, I'm very bad at being expressive. Outside of our like back and forths, I'm very bad at being expressive.
Yeah, with other people, you sound like a robot man.
I try not to.
Not so much anymore, but
Yeah, but I work with folks now, and they're all weirded out by me, and it's the natural state, but it feels bad regardless.
of the grumpy face man.
I didn't mean anything by it, guys.
I know.
Whoa, shit! Scared the shit out of me. Did I take any health? It did not.
But yeah, I know the story beats, like, why Kratos is
fell off
who he
of a big
is.
hill.
Yeah. But I don't know, like, his interactions with the other gods, or, you know, the little intricacies of his character. I know the most of, you know, old man Kratos at this point. So, this is exciting for me. I've already said that, but I just wanted to reiterate. I would have lost my shit, though. I fucking love big serpents and shit. Like, he's cool.
This is the Hydra, by the way.
This is the Hydra?
This is the Hydra.
That's just one head.
Yeah, well, I killed one.
Oh. I see.
Or no, I attacked one. I think this is actually the same head from earlier.
Are they all gonna pop out?
Well,
I hope they do. So you can tie them together?
this Hydra has 3 heads.
That's fucking lame.
Yeah, it's kind of lame. Alright, I need to...
Do you meet,
I might need to...
Odysseus at any point in the
Shit.
series?
I might need to actually, like, see if I can't refigure those controls, because I will need that dodge.
Okay.
Hold that thought.
Pop!
Literally just restarted and that happened.
Yeah, well.
Alright, so you asked me, do we meet Odysseus at any point?
Yeah.
This game's original name was Dark Odyssey.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh. So technically you are.
Back before Kratos was Kratos,
He was Dark
I think he was Homer.
Homer.
He might have been Homer. It's kind of hard to find too much information. Like, David Jaffe loves to talk about God of War, but he doesn't really say too much.
About, like, the conception.
Is this a bug? Yeah, that was a bug. I was pre-mashing for for this.
Oh, okay.
But he locked
wasn't
himself into a...
You did not climb in his mouth.
I wonder if I was just standing on the ground grabbing the air.
Jeez.
And actually, another interesting fact about Dark Odyssey is Dark Odyssey was a sort of a remake, a second attempt at a... Oh god, I don't even remember what it was. Like Dark something, but it was David Jaffe's second attempt at making an IP after Twisted Metal.
Mm-hmm.
So this is what he ended up with. Right when I configured the dodge properly, now he doesn't want to ever attack me. Locking me into a QTE that doesn't do damage.
Show off your skills now.
I didn't even need to do it.
Can't even check.
This game's going to be a little light on the gods, by the way.
Oh.
I want to just... tell you
Okay,
that.
because they be popping off.
Oh, yeah. Like, I think from God of War 2 and on, it's just like, hey, did you hear about this guy? How about this guy?
Hey, you see this bitch? There she is.
She's naked. Oh, yeah, there's also going to be some visceral is not the word I wanted, like, vicious, relentless nudity in this game.
Nice.
Kratos whips out his dick and he just pisses into the ocean.
Really?
No.
Oh.
But there's a lot of full frontal female... Not full frontal, but frontal female nudity.
Alright!
That's Kiki's favorite kind.
I had a flashback and I won't share.
Okay.
I shared with you already.
I forgot. I don't know if I want to remember, given the way that statement kind of started, but...
We just had a bad day at Six Flags, but a goddess embraced us on the way.
Oh yeah, you just saw a thick chick who was gothy?
Yeah, but
okay.
like, she ran back and forth, and everything was a boobling, and I was like, whoa!
And that's all it took.
She ran back and forth like 3 times.
She knew what she was doing.
Thank you, ma'am, whoever you were.
She's Mrs. Well, I can't tell that joke. There's certain words I just can't bring myself to use.
Boob!
No, I'm not saying it.
Okay. Anyway. So, as far as gods, that's fine. I'm not really too interested in his interactions with the gods, early on, because I know that, you're supposed to be fighting one of them, the god of war.
Oh yeah, here's a fun fact. Apparently Kratos is real.
Did they add him to the canon or something? Like, what do you mean?
No, he was there. He was a son of Kronos.
Oh.
Yeah, the god of power.
Okay. I like the remix.
Yeah. I remember thinking that Kratos was just, God of War was just like Greek fan fiction, but no, apparently Kratos was real.
I mean, it is fan fiction, but...
I mean, it's like
all remix.
real life fan fiction, but...
Yeah.
Freaking... Like, yeah, I really... This is that kind of thing that we really like, is like strong... Wow. Strong motifs will carry almost any idea.
Yes. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I'm not too concerned with the gods in this game, because I know that it's not like one bowl before they start fucking them over.
As they do.
Yeah. But I'm interested in seeing like what mythological figures he encounters.
Many walls.
Many walls?
There are many walls in Greek mythology. And I think that shit's fascinating.
I like the areas too, the way they flesh them out, like river Styx and things like that. I really enjoyed the different worlds in the new one.
Yes.
In Dad of Sons.
Dad of Boy.
Dad of Boy.
Oh, by the way, I didn't make that up. I took that from Tactical Bacon Productions, which is an excellent YouTube channel for God of War discussion, and that guy just makes good content regardless.
Oh. What was that Hydra biting over there?
One guy, the one that's like Kratos is looking at right now.
And he didn't notice you?
Yeah,
The eyes on the side of his face.
he was chomping at one guy. You know how boring
You should
those
recruit
blades are.
Hello, sir.
It's you! The visions, they were real! The gods came to me, told me their champion would come and rescue us from the Hydra. But you're too
Oh
late.
boy.
We're pinned down!
Kratos? Rescuing?
They came from nowhere. The ships are all destroyed. All hope is lost.
Get
Spartan.
down.
Even for you.
Oh.
What do you mean Kratos rescuing? What?
Kratos don't give a fuck.
Does he?
I've seen what he does.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you know why he did what he did, though? Family. Nope.
Would you watch Fast and Furious with Kratos?
I do. Honestly, I've given it some thought.
You could just get Batista.
No, they need somebody. They need somebody. You need to get a Greek guy with a deep voice.
A Russian guy.
I'm a freaking idiot. I read that like 4 times. Let's put it in slot 1. So these are mine. I got like halfway through the game. Pretty cool. Just gonna use these back too.
I remember you were like, I own them all. I was like, how? Oh.
No, I own these. Oh, this is. Oh, by the way, this is the first wall. This is the first wall of this game.
Kick!
Yes, I know. Even though I just read for like 3 minutes straight, I read a freaking tutorial on how to save. Alright, what was I saying again? Oh yeah, I've been giving it a lot of thought, and I was like, oftentimes I'm like, who's the ultimate, like being of this form? Like,
The big strong man?
no, like, Amaterasu is probably the best dog. Do I have to do that every time? Amaterasu is probably like the best dog, right? Mm-hmm. Like, if you were to like try and pick somebody who could save the world, but they can only do it in like dog form, or like, you can't pick a human. I think I would pick Kratos if it was like, the world's gonna blow up. Who are we gonna get to stop the world from blowing up? Kratos. I would pick Kratos. Would volunteer Kratos.
I was gonna say Dr. Manhattan, but then I realized that he wanted the world to blow up until he realized, like, oh,
There's
sex.
sex here. Okay, so this took me a half hour when I first played this game.
I
Actually,
would
every
probably
time.
just stop.
What happened?
Why?
What happened?
I don't know. My feet aren't even over there.
I think it was Zippo.
Idiot. She wants a pretzel.
Stupid bitch.
Pop. Next time on the Art of Mashing.
I'm on the Art of Mashing. I'm gonna check the waveform.